Alaska is salmon fishing.
Last year we caught over 40 red salmon.
So one of our favorite ways to eat salmon is by making salt cured salmon. So we start simply with one red salmon fillet. We take tweezers and we take all the bones out. Yep, and then bones all the way to the very tip of it. Just the head, the neck.
Oh, now you got a hang on it.
So to make sure you got all the bones out, you just run your finger down the line right here and you can feel any bones. Like there's one right there. Just peel it right out and then just rub your finger all the way down the bottom of it and you can feel a couple of these little pin bones right here. You don't see them with your eyes very much. You can feel them with your finger though. And there you go. I think most of those are out. There you go. So after getting all the bones out, we just did a little bit of cleaning up to take off any little excess belly fat and the backbone pieces out of there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to line a tray, like a cookie tray or something, with aluminum foil to catch all the fluid that's going to, all the fluids that are going to come out of the salmon over the next few days while this sits in the salt cure for 2 days. So it's got to sit in there for about 48 hours.
So we washed our hands, and our first step is to put a lemon herb seasoning mix on the salmon.
Okay, step 2 of this is you take 1 cup of salt, you pour it in a bowl here, and you add 1 tablespoon of sugar, and you mix it thoroughly together. And then after you mix it together, you spread it evenly over the entire fillet, and then we'll wrap the fillet up loosely to let it sit for about 48 hours. Okay, and once all the salt and sugar mix is put over there, you'll just kind of evenly distribute it over the entire fillet. Making sure that you compensate for the thickest part of the fillet. You make sure you have a little bit more than the thinner part of the fillet. And then after that, you'll take and you'll wrap the aluminum foil over the top. All right, and then once it's spread, you'll cover the fillet with the aluminum foil and you'll loosely wrap it. So you don't want it airtight, so go ahead and wrap up the edges and then wrap up along the side of the fillet. And then after it's wrapped up, because the salmon is going to leach some of the fluid, you'll take and kind of create like a little bowl about that much, and then you'll let it sit in a, we put it in our garage because our garage stays between 60 and 65 degrees, but a refrigerator will work as well as long as it doesn't get over 70 degrees for 48 hours.
So in 48 hours, come back for part 2 on how to salt cure salmon. Bye!
So welcome back to our salt cure salmon. It's been about 2 days since we put the salt cure on there. So after that, you just carefully open it up. Be careful because there's a lot of liquid from the salmon that you can see that's in there. So after, that's why you want to put it in a cookie sheet or a tray or something. After you get done with that, you'll just take a knife and you'll scrape off the excess salt. Okay, Lily wants to help me out with that. Okay.
It's like snow.
It is like snow. All right, here we go. And then after you get a majority of the salt and seasonings off, you'll take it and you'll want to rinse it under cold tap water to get the rest, just a real quick rinse, just to get the rest of the salt off, because you don't want to eat all that salt. And that's it. And then you want to take it and put it on some paper towels for about 30 minutes or so. Sit right there, pat dry just a little bit. And then you just want to let it sit for about 30 minutes so that it just air dries off. And then after that, I'll show you how to cut it and run it and make it in little thin slices.
So after it dries for 30 minutes, you'll cut it in half and then in half the other way, and you'll cut it with the grains of the fish.
And I like to use a fillet knife because they're just a lot sharper than your normal kitchen knives are, and more flexible. So once you cut, oh, let's take this fillet, this one's thicker. So once you cut it both directions, you'll just make nice little thin slices, like so, with the grain. And the longer that you have a fillet knife, this one's extendable, the easier it is. Once you hit the skin, you just turn it up and slide right across the skin.
Now we better make sure that they turned out okay.
To see more of our tutorials and also the recipes for these dishes that we have made, visit us on our website at www.alaskahaven.com.
And don't forget to subscribe for our YouTube channel. Bye!